Shalom. Call Elohim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to Apostle Elder Great Millstone. Shalom to Hopeful Elect. This is Buddy Call from GMS Cleveland Camp, but one with edifying lesson. Don't know exactly how I'm going to give this title yet, but this is inspired off this video I'm watching. I already watched it, but I'm going back to the point that inspired this lesson, where the priest Yashima from Mississippi play his clip because he makes the video. His video is titled "The Finger of God." E is way out of his weight class, and he's making a point about how the Most High. And he was going into the wisdom of Solomon, how the Most High was bringing apparitions and spirits and demons, appearing to them Egyptians. And he made this point. I'm gonna play how the Most High can manifest demons that he's look so crazy, give you a heart attack. And it made me think about what, like brother say, the one to fear. Well, like how Shai said. I'm gonna read the verse. Let me start with that actually. This is Luke 12. This is a red letter. This is Luke 12 and verse 4. It says, "And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he have killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him." Right? But see, again, like I said, we know, of course, hell ain't talking about a place under the earth that's burning forever. Hell, it's just what, a bad time, evil times, a bad living condition, right? For example, the Lord cast Israel as a whole, or a whole nation, into hell by putting us in slavery under Esau, Edom, and the rest of the heathen nations, man. That's something you should fear. Like I say, I'm gonna emphasize this point because here it is, the demons and stuff. These are things that even us in the flesh, if the Lord just start manifesting demons and spirits, you just open the spirit world, it'll freak you the fuck out. You're like, whoa, what the hell is that, right? But here it is. Those things don't scare the Most High. Those same demons that people are afraid of, the Most High, they answer to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? So I'm gonna play this clip. Like I said, I got a couple precepts to grab. Little one that's be edifying.
Okay, the devil's wickedness and what he has going on real time, day for day. Okay, but there's a punishment coming for everything that this devil got going on. All right, verse 4 said, "Not even the dark corners where they lay to protect them from fear. They were surrounded by horrible noises. Grim ghosts with gloomy faces appeared before their eyes." And anyway, they're saying ghosts, speaking of spirits. Okay, demons. Okay, and the Lord can have a demon, look so hideous, man. The sight of it can give you a heart attack, man. All right.
See, and that's what inspired this lesson right there. That point right there, man. Right, Lord can manifest some crazy shit, bro. Right. So let me get this. This is Matthew 8, and this is Matthew 8 and 28. It says, "And when he was come to the other side into the country of Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils." Right, of course, the Lord YAHAWASHI, this was talking about, "coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Yahushai, thou son of the Most High, thou son of Yahweh? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And there was a good way off from them an herd of many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. And he said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters. And they that kept them fled and went their ways into the city and told everything and what was befallen to the possessed of the devils. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Yahushai, and when they saw him, they besought him that he would depart out of their coast." So again, the devils, it said, they literally besought him, they begged, they beseeched him to go out into the swine, man. And he said, "Go." Yahushai had full authority over all the spirits, man. Okay. And that's this power structure hasn't left. The Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, like a quote the elder from Birmingham likes to say, "Hey, the Lord, he got that super deep voice. Hey, the Lord is alive and well, man. All right, because the Lord is alive and well. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, they're immortal powers. They still exist right now. All right, The demons still answer to Yahweh Shemi Shah. There's order in the heavens, man. When Satan, the top, look, everybody fears Satan. When Satan and the different demons, of course, we don't know all the names of them and stuff, but those different things we'll know in the kingdom. But the different Satan and all the rest of the order of the left hand angels that people fear so much, bro, they literally answer to Yahweh Shemi Shah, right? They answer to Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah has full authority over these spirits, man. So that's the one you should really fear. That's why, again, when brothers, I'm pretty sure all brothers can attest, when you first come to the truth and you read precepts like Isaiah 45 and 7, let me you know what? So I said it, let me get it. Isaiah 45, when you first learn that the Heavenly Father and the Son are the ones controlling everything, every single death, every single bad, so-called, violent, vicious thing that happens upon the earth, the Lord sanctioned that. When you understand that, see, that's what really puts the fear of the Lord in you. Because, like brothers say, if I can describe it, in the world, you think it's good versus evil, which it is, but you think it's like God and so-called white Jesus versus Satan. There's this red demon with horns on his head and shit, and it's a battle of good versus evil. And if something bad happens with Satan and God can't get there in time, but then you come to the truth and both sides merge, and you realize that Yahweh Shemi Shah, he's the one that sanctioned that. That makes you fear the Lord. Then you see news articles about so-and-so got tortured and, got cut up and all different type of different things. It makes you fear the Lord, man. You understand that he is the one controlling everything. Again, that's why I read what Yahweh Shai says. I shall forewarn you whom you shall fear. Right? Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, do all these things, man. Right? The Lord does all these things. Right? And again, Satan is an employee of the Most High, right? It's like the righteous angels, Michael, XYZ, different, the righteous order in the heavens. They all work for the Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. They live to do their bidding. It's the same way with the left hand angels, man. Satan ain't out of order. He doing exactly what the Lord demanded him to do. He ain't doing shit while approval of the Most High, right? So that again, is that not a power to fear? These same demons, you see all these different horror movies and stuff, like that movie Smile. It's a good series. There's two of them that came out, the Smile movies, about basically a demon that possesses people that keep smiling and stuff like that. Bro, that demon reports to the Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Our Lord said, that's why, again, we have the best God. That's why us as Israelites, man, we got the ultimate flex, man. That's why, it tell you in Jeremiah, let me get this, right? This is our flex as Israelite men, as the sons of God, man. This is Jeremiah 9 and 23. It says, thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, which exercises loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. So again, that's what we delight in, man. That's what we glory in. The fact that our relationship with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. Again, bro, that's why us as Israelites, bro, man, that's the ultimate flex. Like literally, all these demons, everybody's afraid of, bro. The Lord, they all answer to our God, the God of the Israelites. Like that woman said in the midst, as a heavy scene. There is one God, the God of the Israelites. And he is a stern and vengeful God, and we have been mocking him far too long, and now he demands retribution and blood, man. That's true. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Scripture says he's a terrible power, man. Let me get that. This is I'm gonna get some of these. This is Deuteronomy 7:21. It says, "Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for Yahweh thy God is among you, a mighty God and terrible." All right, so Most High is terrible, bro. Deuteronomy 10:17. For Yahweh your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons nor taketh rewards. So the Most High is telling you about his true characteristics, man. Most High is telling you he's terrible, bro. Right? Again, all these different horrific things and judgments that happen on earth, but the Lord did that. Right? So again, that's what we fear. Right? Nehemiah 1 and 5. And I said, I beseech thee, O Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, God of heaven, the great and terrible God, that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments. So that's what we're hoping to fall on the side of, because we know the Lord is in control of everything. Well, even when something happened to us, you get into a car accident or your situation takes a turn for the worse, we know who ordained that. We know it. How about Shemi Shai? All right? This is Job 37-22. It says, fair weather cometh out of the north. With God is terrible majesty. Right? Let's see, man. It's another one. What was I thinking? Oh yeah. Here we go. Let me get this. This is Second Edit 16:11. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Right? When the Most High sanctions to judge you, there says, neither is there any that can deliver out of his hand, man. It says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man. Right? And I remember I first heard this, the Elder Mwatazak, you know what I'm saying, in LA, I remember he brought this out, you know, I'm like, man, I saw it, I was like, woo, man, that's crazy. He said who's not going to be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man. So, and again, understanding us, you know, Yahawashi's Shai, the only reason we understand, because the Lord allowed us to understand, but understanding this, knowing who brought the flood, bro, the Lord flooded the entire fucking earth, bro, to save 8 people. It was probably billions of people on the earth at that time. 8 people, 8 souls, bro. 8 souls, man. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna save 8 people and restart the earth, man. These are the deeds of the Most High. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, man. You gotta put respect on the Lord's name. But people on the earth aren't fearing him. They're not acknowledging, they don't even acknowledge him. They're saying the hell with his ways. The hell what he told us to do, man. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, he gonna show himself again in this time. And he gonna remind this earth who the Almighty is. So Lord, when I say I was inspired off that lesson, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, Ba'Shem Makakudash. Double honor to Apostle Elder Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, man. Baba Ball, Kwame Asarala. Shalom.